Hey guys, Pax here, and I just spent an hour explaining that Black Dynamite isn't Bruce Lee wearing blackface. So yeah. Anyways, today I'm going to do my Chapter 65 speculations video. Again, highly speculations is all speculations. I'm not a Toriyama or Toritoro prophet, so don't hang me if I'm wrong. And if you disagree, I would really like to know your guys' speculations in the comments, so please leave that. Anyways, let's get right into this. So, Chapter 65, I'm actually speculating that the Moro Galactic Patrol Saga will actually end in this chapter. If you guys think about it, this chapter's been going on for actually more than 2 years, I believe. So, it's been out for a while, and I feel like the story is already as long as it is. Like, they've already stretched Moro as far as they can really do it. And I feel like prolonging him even more it just kind of worsens the story, because if Moro pulls something out of his ass again, it's just like, how many asses does he have? How deep is his asshole? Like, they just keep on pulling shit out of his ass. Like, that's just no. People don't want to see that, and at this point, I just really want to see the next story in Dragon Ball. Some people are also theorizing that Moro will actually try to absorb MUI. Thanks to Unreal End Gaming for kind of proposing this idea. So as you can see right here, if you guys want to take a screenshot or like just pause the video and just read it, then you can do that. So this picture basically states Moro's hand, the one that Mirrors basically just chopped off, is still alive basically. It's kind of like, if you think about it, it's kind of like Boo in a way. Like, remember when Boo, part of his body was cut off? His tail was kind of cut off by Vegito and it was used to absorb Vegito. It's basically the same idea as that. That's why I'm not that fond of the idea of this. So basically, in Chapter 63, Mirrors basically destroys all of Moro's gems. Like, that's the whole thing. That's a highlight of the chapter, and of course, spoilers, Mirrors' death. This theory basically states that Moro's hand is still intact. Like, the one that he cut off still has the gem, and so Moro could use that to absorb the power. I don't think that's the case, really. If you think about it, the more you think about it, just the least likely it is. For one thing, the gem in Moro's, like, in his forehead is basically how he controls all the power. Like, that's really how he can really absorb it, like, fully and store it. And I believe that due to like that damage, he can't really he can't really store power anymore. Like, sure, he still has a bit of power from like Vegeta and Piccolo and stuff like that, but due to his damage onto his forehead, I think it's very unlikely that he will actually be able to absorb. And also, if they also go down that route and actually have MUI get absorbed, I don't think Moro can actually handle it. Like, if you think about it, MUI is one of the biggest feats in Dragon Ball history, and again, MUI, Mastered Ultra Instinct, isn't limited to just a Saiyan. So if you think about it, like, Moro being Moro and being just a cocky son of a bitch, even if he's able to get it, I don't think he's able to like handle it. Like, he's probably just gonna explode, kind of like how in the anime Goku, he reverted to base form due to MUI. He can't really physically handle the power of MUI any longer. And I think if they ever go down that route, it's probably the same route like that. I would still really love to see Goku actually kill off a villain, like with like a Kamehameha. Like, we haven't really seen that in DBZ or Dragon Ball Super. Like, Goku flat out destroying somebody with a Kamehameha. Like, sure, like in Tournament Power, he's done that multiple times, just pushed them off, but we still haven't seen him actually destroy somebody, like obliterate them. Kind of like Baby, in a way. I would really love to see that, like kind of like Dragon Ball Super's version of like Baby's death. I can very well see Moro trying to flee the planet, and just Goku just taking his time and then just obliterating him. So that would be a pretty cool scene to see. However, my speculation, it kind of goes a different way. It goes towards that way, like the Super Saiyan 4 death Baby scene. Anyways, my theory is that Goku will actually revert to either base form or Super Saiyan. The reason because of this, it's kind of hinted towards in Chapter 64, especially at the end. Goku says that he'll be fighting as an Earthling. I believe this is him just like relinquishing his god power and actually using this power that he got as like mortal power instead of using god power, and actually fighting as an Earthling. Yes, if you go Super Saiyan, it's still considered as a Saiyan power, but then again, it still feels more fitting than using God power. Like, in my opinion, Goku has always been kind of like edgy towards just God form in general. Like, if you watch Battle of Gods, you can see that he was kind of pissed off on how he got that power. Not because like he got it from his friends. He didn't really earn the power of God form. Like they did a whole ceremony thing, but yeah, unlike Vegeta, he was basically handed the power of God form, and he really hated that, as you can see if you watch the movie again. But yeah, Beerus. I know in the last panel that it says like Beerus is kind of like he's basically very nervous and like he's very unsure of like what's gonna happen next. But I feel like he's just wrong. Like if you think about it, Beerus has always kind of like doubted humans, and so it kind of makes sense because like he's been shown this like ultimate power from by Goku, and Goku's just reverting back to the Super Saiyan, like towards Beerus's point of view. Like it would have been much safer if Goku just stayed MUI, but Beerus has always had doubts against humans. So in this chapter, he's basically gonna have like a kind of like a character development in a way. Like he's gonna trust people a lot more now. Like before, he was always like kind of cocky and saying like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this." And I feel like after this chapter, he's gonna be a lot more toned down and actually trust Goku and most of the Earthlings a lot more. Like we kind of got a bit of that during the Tournament Power, because in the anime there were many scenes where Beerus actually kind of showed respect towards the Universe 6 fighters, even though they're kind of like, in his point of view, like in his power level, he's like they're nowhere close to his power level, but he still respects him in a way. So it kind of builds onto that character development. So I would really love to see that. So basically throughout this chapter, again, Goku will revert to either Super Saiyan or base. Moro will see this as like a chance. Okay, of course, Moro, being the person as he is a super cocky bastard, and he'll basically he'd be trying to like just beat up Goku. Like at first it'll look like he's actually winning, but again, just like the Cell Saga, he's gonna get very cocky and actually just throw down his guard, kind of like how Cell turned fucking this mega huge against Gohan. He's gonna lower his guard. It looks like he's winning, but at the end, Goku will end up victorious, and hopefully we'll get a cool scene, kind of like Super Saiyan, again, baby scene. That I would really love to see that. Again, I said this in my previous video. Many people are saying like it's not in Goku's characteristic to like kill people like that. Even in chapter 63, like they even said like how Goku like wants to like reform people, but it'll be a cool kind of change because there are people out there that it'll be kind of a cool character development towards Goku. Like Goku, he wants to protect his friends, but then again, there are people out there, there are threats that are just not redeemable. Also, if you look at it towards Cell Saga, it's kind of hypocritical because Goku was out there like basically just shouting for his son to kill Cell, and yeah, like there's no hesitation. Goku was just out there just fucking shouting, kill Cell. And we got him here like trying to reform villains. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's Goku in a nutshell. Just, yeah, but yeah, I would really love to see him have like a real scene like that. I would really love to see him actually just kill somebody. I know it sounds brutal, but like the last time I've seen him kill somebody was in the Buu Saga. That was a pretty good kill, but I want to see something even better, okay? Just come on, Goku. Just give us something good. So at the climax of the battle, Goku will be basically kicking Moro's ass. And again, as I said, he's gonna flee, but this time Moro attempts to flee because he knows he's gonna lose. And basically, I'm predicting that the whole kind of like Galactic Patrol, as if you guys remember, they're all like heading to Earth. Like I think like in chapter 62, or no, in chapter 63, they mentioned like, oh, we're gonna drop off these prisoners and then head to Earth. So they're still heading to Earth. So like, you know that the writers have something in plan for them. So it'll be a pretty cool scene for them to all see like Goku's power in a way and show like how badass really Earth is. Also, it'll be pretty cool for like Goku to actually get recognition, because Beerus, again, he reminded us how much Goku saved the Earth, and if you think about it, he's gotten hardly any recognition. So it'll be pretty cool to see him kind of like destroy Moro, and everyone kind of like idolizes him as like a legend. So yeah, towards the end of the manga, Goku kills Moro, everyone watches, everyone is all fine, and at the end of the manga, it feels very fitting for them to end it with Beerus's funeral, because again, Beerus was dear to everyone, and you know, like a couple of months ago, I predicted that he would actually survive, but they went for the sadder route. Like I would have really loved to see Moro, or not Moro, Mirus actually survive, and just I want to see how he plays on, like what's his role in the later saga. But unfortunately, they went for the more ballsy and gritty turn. And yeah, it just feels fitting for them to just end it with his funeral. And if they want to actually even do a cliffhanger, they can do Beerus and Whis talking to the Grand Priest, and they can just end it with that if they want. I would have been content if they just ended it with Moro's funeral and just a bit of like dialogue, kind of like from the narrator. Because if you guys remember, like after the Tournament of Power ended, this even happened in the manga. They did the same thing. Basically, had like kind of like a montage, like a short montage, explaining what happens, like, and even like mention Broly. So they could do the same thing. It's really up to them if they actually want to do the time jump right now. But again, it's up to them. Toriyama, Toritoro, I'm not their prophet. They can do whatever they want. If only corporate allows them to. I don't really know their limitations on writing, but yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. Hopefully it wasn't that long. It's around 15 minutes. Again, all speculations. I would really want to know what you guys think of this. I'm pretty hyped, man. Like, again, Moro, I feel like Moro, he's done his duty. Okay, he was pretty cool at one point. He was supposed to be the cooler Dabura in a way, because like again with all his magic and shit. But it just, I don't know. I really have to look back into like Moro's whole character and like just analyze him and see if he's actually even better than Dabura, because he's a mixed bag. Okay, that's what Moro is. A mixed bag. It's like if you combine a bag full of like Marvel and Dragon Ball Z villains and just combine them together, you got Moro. Okay, that's what you get. You get Moro. And yeah, that's the end of my video, guys. Hopefully you guys found this very informative, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.